Alright guys, and welcome back to Farthest Frontier. It's very exciting today. Well, I don't know. It's mildly exciting today because we've got a little patch to the game. 0.7.6 version has come out. We were on 0.5 before and a couple of hot fixes in. So this is the very first 0.6 minor version update. And I'm a bit nervous about it. And you see me load it up for the very first time. Here we go. It's okay, it's not broken so far, and the reason I'm worried about it is because I saw a comment from one of you guys. Yeah, pretty scared about it. But so far so good. A couple of things have changed. I suppose I can just talk about them while winter's rolling in. What is there that's of substance that's worth talking about? They fixed an issue where builders performing upkeep don't play animations. I mean, these, to be honest, a lot of these fixes are more bug fixes. I'm not going to go through some of the tech fixes, which I think they're all basically bug fixes, but some updates to the game. Villagers now automatically exit the town centre garrison before starving. I didn't even know that was a thing. If you put them in there and you left them in there too long, they could starve to death. Consequently, the starving villagers now no longer go to the garrison. I mean, I've never had a starving villager. I don't know. Well, all right, I had early on. That did happen. I lost 2 worlds to that. Another update: increased time for homes to become abandoned to 8 months, up from 4. These are minor changes, really. Increased starting food for Pioneer difficulty. I have no idea what difficulty I started on now. I've completely forgotten. It's been too long. They've added a critical indicator to items that are full in the building storage. That's interesting. So I suppose when we find a building that is completely full, now we'll be able to see which item it is that's been affected. Apart from that, in the game updates, nothing to shout about too high. There's a load of building changes. Increased the fruit output for the fruit trees at the arborist building. That's a good call because, to be honest, you got a lot of trees in your arboretum, or whatever we want to call it, the orchard. Cobbled road. Now you need a tier 3 town centre. Obviously we're tier 4, so that's not going to affect us now. But you could get that really early on. I haven't cobbled a lot of my streets, but there are plazas beneath most of them now. I wish you could see the plaza. That's actually something I think would be a good addition. They changed it where and when a couple of buildings can be unlocked. Like you might need like the tier 2 barn. Now you need tier 4 town centre. Oh yeah, this is something one of you guys mentioned before. The compost yards now automatically dispose of excess waste. Oh my god, my rats. What's going on with the rats? Why is there so many rats? Oh, please don't do this to me. Right, there's a rat catcher there. Oh, there's nothing over here, that's why. Oh. Yeah, but they're still affected over there as well. This guy seems to be keeping his stuff under control. So let me move that over here. I wonder if we can move this guy so he covers all of these as well. Well, some of these as well. Firewood is low. Oh, God. Well, we're not having a... I might have to build another rat catcher. When you can move them around, and that's not a major problem. Back to the updates. What do we got? So yeah, compost yards now automatically dispose of excess waste. So if all of these compost yards are full, our muck spreaders will just go and stick them somewhere else. Now I'm going to actually let that happen to one of these. I might, just as a little experiment, do that. This one is the least likely to do that, so I'm because my fertility's doing all right, I'm actually going to see what happens when this is full. Where do they take the muck? I can't wait to find out. They've updated the production of meat, hides and milk at the barns, which I think is really good, but I also noticed that they have reduced the time, they've increased the time it takes to produce cheese. So, I mean, I noticed that first of all when I first built the cheesemaker. My God, the cheese was flying out there quicker than a supermarket. It really was. I mean, it was stupidly fast. I mean, it's great, but I guess it's more realistic to slow that down a bit. They've reduced the amount of tools and weapons the blacksmith or the forge will store, so they're moved to town storage more quickly. The basket maker no longer requires a forager to build. Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, one bug fix I did see is that they've patched where when you set the sliders on things, like say at this place, they've fixed a patch where it sort of automatically resets itself. That's really important because that was annoying me quite a lot, so I'm glad they've done that. They've reduced the amount of sand you need per item of glassware at the glassmakers down to 3 from 4. That's okay. I mean, that's good for me because I don't get much sand on this map. So when I do buy some, at least I know it goes that much further now. A villager's died of old age. Oh god, who have we lost today? Gladria. Oh, well, that's nothing to be Gladria about. Has died from old age. Poor old fisherman Gladria. Well, at least my taxes have been collected, Gladria. You can rest safe in the knowledge. Now, that means we will have lost a fisherman. Let me go add him back. Let's add someone back in. We got a new recruit. Apparently, they fixed an issue where furniture could decay in storage. So, my poor old IKEA workers could have been struggling for days to build this stuff, and it would just rot away in storage. And in a way, I suppose it's not going to last forever, so it could decay, but not too quickly. I mean, I'm talking years and years before you'd have a problem. What else is there? I mean, there's not a huge amount of stuff that I want to call out. I mean, more meat from boars now. The main ones I think of note for me I've already spoken about. So yeah, that's it. Let's get on with the game today. Thank you everybody for joining me. My god, my builders need to get this sorted out. They really do need... Can you prioritize? Can't do anything like that. If the building needs to be fixed, what do they do? I suppose because I've got a lot of building projects on. I wonder if I need to just bump up the numbers a little bit. Let's get 20 on the go. Maybe this will get sorted. All right, Mr. Trader. Let's see how we can exploit you today, sir. 5 weapons. Now I'm not going to sell them to him because you can sell them for more. Oh, finally I've started producing plate mail armor and heavy weapons at a rate where I'm not giving them out to my soldiers straight away. They've all got them already. That's kind of cool. But this guy, to be honest, not much I really want to buy off him. I could get a few barrels because my guys don't make too many of them these days. I might well have turned it off. I can't remember. Yeah, let's buy some of those. Somebody's got typhoid. An infection arising from uncleanliness and can then be spread among villagers. Typhoid causes vomiting, rash, fever, can sometimes be fatal. Can you imagine having to live at this day and age? The chances of survival were slim. I'm amazed my villagers lived into their 60s and 70s. Ensuring waste is collected from houses. Houses are stocked with soap. Rat populations are kept low. Oh, well, I suppose my rat population problem then... Actually, that's cleared up. Okay. We'll shift one of them somewhere else. Man, the smoked fish. What's happening? Why don't I have many of those? My hungry villagers. It's their favourite meal. Alright, now this is a little bit better. We can sell him 5 swords. And we make 375 gold just for that. Just for 5 swords. This is why it's so worth making these things. Furniture, I've got 103. Now, this is kind of good. If I start building up a good surplus of these, I might start bringing something into stock. So let me get sort of, let's just say, we'll keep 27 in stock at all times. Iron, no, I'm using it, thank you. Now, what have you got for me? Got some beer for sale, and considering I haven't produced much at all, let's get us a load of that. Glassware, we've actually got 40, and I haven't put it in my global storage like a fool. Let's get that sand. Now we know it's totally worth it. I can't afford much of it. I've got nearly 15,000 gold in my global storage and not enough in my trading post. Let's move a load of it over here. So the wall around the back here is being done. Apparently they... Oh, this guy was just stood up there on their own. Is this... What are they working on? A fortified wall built... Ah! No stone. Oh, do any of these guys have stone? Where did you go? Over here. Let me check. I don't think I saw them selling any. We need a different trader in for the stone, so those walls will have to wait. Actually, there we go. 27 furniture at 64 each. 1,728 gold. Oh, yes! We are now branching out. This is my first furniture sale. Beautiful. Heaps of cash. Oh, another update I just glanced at was they've increased production speed at the smokehouse. That's well worth it. In fact, did my smokehouse survive this onslaught? Yes, it did. So we got a load of fish here. This is why this is such a bad place for this smokehouse. Because we don't get any wood here, and I think these are just going to spoil. I'm going to move this smokehouse back over here, nearer to the center of town. Stick him. Why wouldn't you go there? You're only a 2x2. Okay, well we'll put you there. Weird place to put a smokehouse, but why not? I think it's just not producing anything up here. How are you guys doing? That's a much better location for them. I did move that work camp. The Ring of Influence. Now, I thought I'd selected a load of stone. And I have, but I've got a little more over here. Let me grab all of these. Hopefully they can get to these ones in the water and on the cliffs there and don't die trying to get it. But I picked up a load from over here, I think. Yeah, and that's all gone now. Fair enough. Not much I can do about that. Get this one. These ones. I don't know if these have respawned. The stone does respawn. There's a huge plot there. How much does that give us? Only 10. What's this tiny little rock? 6. That's ridiculous. Look at the size of that. It yields 10, and this guy 6. I think they should balance out the amount of rock. I mean, they've actually. If I started a new game. There is a mega rock apparently, but you can't get it unless you start a new game. If you've already started on these lower versions. 2 villagers have been cursed. I know that's not what it says. Ignore me. I thought I saw somewhere there was a building that's been given an extra worker slot, but I can't find it in the notes. I'm still reading them briefly to see if I can spot that. Ah, it's the arborist. The arborist building now supports up to 2 workers. Well, I tell you what. Let's add him straight away. Her, Liella. Welcome, Liella. May your fruit-picking days be, well, fruitful, frankly. I don't think we're going to get... I mean, I've used up all the stone. I kind of knew this was going to happen. I'm building stone walls and stone plazas. All I really need now is traders to bring it to me. But it ain't gonna happen, is it? 2 new villagers are born. Actually, because we built a load of houses over here. What's their desirability levels anyway? 42. They should upgrade when we've got the materials. But I think I went a bit crazy with desirability, didn't I? How is the town looking like now? The highest desirability we got over here, 90%. 100% desirability, wow. Does that change anything? No. I mean, when the game updates, patches, I mean, there will be a much bigger update, and of course, eventually, I don't know when they're aiming for it, but eventually we will get a full featured version of the game. Really looking forward to that. And what I'll probably do when it does come out as a fully released version is I'll just start a brand new map, I think, and do a season 2 of this series. I've really enjoyed playing this game. We've got to send people out stone hunting. Right, they should have already started over here. Yeah, you can see these guys working away, beavering away. I should, if I put them on normal speed, maybe a little bit faster. Get on with it. I hope you're carrying stone. How many have you got? You're not carrying anything. What? Why would you do that? Why would you walk all the way over here? A villager has died of old age. Oh my god, we're losing them in droves now. You've left it here, mate. Excuse me. Your stone is... Oh. We've lost poor firewood splitter Wren. Oh, Wren. We'll remember you. Thank you for your service. And that means I've got to replace you. As much as it pains me. And a farmer's gone walkabout. Don't know why. Crops lost due to heat stress. What have we gone and lost? Oh yeah. I keep making that mistake, don't I? Turnips in the summer, and I have not corrected it yet. So we've got plenty of honey, we've got plenty of grain, firewood. So why are they not... Why is this not providing currently any entertainment? They're making beer. I think that's stuck. Go with 3. We want more beer. And hopefully I got some grain growing this year somewhere. I'm pretty sure I made sure I had grain growing in every year. There we go. There's not much coming out of this crop field, but we will get it here. One thing I noticed they haven't yet fixed is the sheer noise coming from everybody's CPUs, GPUs. Yeah, that's still a problem, but hopefully they're working on these performance fixes. It must be hard to fit so much into the game without it requiring lots of CPU cycles. So it's understandable that it uses a lot, but I've played games like this before, which were certainly on much less powerful hardware and didn't really have this kind of problem. But it'll come. I'm sure they'll figure a way. So onto some of your comments. Tygon Olodrin, you said you've got to throw your hat in the name. Sorry, throw your hat in on the pub naming. The Wakefield comes to mind, being by the graveyard. I think that's actually genius. I really like that. But then you thought of a bucket and the bucket and spade. Oof, it's a bit dark, that one. And you also mentioned you think a short wall section in the way out yonder, where the buggers come and attack me from every time, somewhere around here. And maybe a barracks would be interesting, a bit like a mini Antoine wall. So maybe fully surround a barracks with a wall around here. That's worth thinking about. The trouble is, though, I wonder if the raiders would solely concentrate on that barracks and almost every time they arrive, get through the wall, destroy it, and then I'll have to rebuild again. That might cost a lot of stone. I'm not saying you're wrong. Just the first thought that comes to my head. I'll toy with the idea if I can get enough stone. So yeah, there are only 2 things, as you say, that I have left to build: the apothecary and a fortress. Now the fortress is just simply an upgrade to the barracks, but oh, we don't need stone. I thought we would need stone for that. That's actually pretty encouraging. Maybe it's not such a problem then. I'll have to wait for the planks to come, and then that'll be our first upgrade of the day. But the other one is the apothecary, and I would guess that that's going to need stone, and we are struggling. It's the only building yet I have not done. Apothecary? Where do I know that from? Is that from a movie or something? Oh, it's this. Oh, it's only small. Oh, I was expecting a grand building. We can place it down. Doesn't need brick. Sorry, doesn't need stone. Does it have any impact on desirability? No. Okay, well, let's stick it right here. Okay, well, we got the apothecary on the way. I'll have to remember I did that. Oh, and as you said, yep, the large theatre, there is an upgrade available for that. Again, we need planks. We need a lot of planks. So if I can buy any, I will. And you also said a great start to a Friday, mate. Have a great weekend. And I hope you're having a good weekend if you're watching this. Yeah, it should still be the weekend by the time you watch it. It's genuinely your favourite series right now. Oh, thank you, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really, really want to sort of... I don't know whether I'd start again, but this just because I'm running out of things to do, but I don't want to leave these people alone, you know? They've worked so hard, and we owe it to them to finish the walls, upgrade everything, and keep them, balanced, self-sustained. I think that's the target. Julius Benter, you say, the game is great, but it badly needs moats and bridges, forester, quarry. Actually, it's an interesting option. Quarry, I'm down with, definitely. Bridges, I love the idea of bridges, actually. That would make the game look really, really good. Somebody's got a foot wound. Someone's got a hurty foot. Oh, poor Alexa. You got a hurty foot. Will you go to the nurse and she'll kiss it better? Well done, Alexa. You're being very brave. A hurty foot. Seriously. Moats is an interesting idea. I guess that would completely cut you off from raiders. You'd have to have roads in for traders to come in though, otherwise you cut them off. If you could build your own moat, I wonder if it would always funnel raiders into 1 or 2 hotspots. I get why you'd want it, but I think I'd probably leave that out of the game, just simply because you could have too much sort of, if you have too much sway over the construction of the land, I think it would take away from the random seed generation aspect of it, you know? Like finding a good seed or a perfect one, or just going, you know, rolling the dice and finding one that's just randomly awful with sand, for example. No seeds mentioned in this one at all. But yeah, interesting thoughts, and I know a lot of these kind of updates are requested and will be wanted. In fact, Sebastian, you've replied to that comment saying, yeah, devs hinted that it's on their mind, but the game's mechanics would have to get far more complex with the water element, which I kind of understand. But they will add more. They're going to add more features, I'm sure. It's just they have to pick what's right for them, and it's their game, their story to tell, I suppose. So we'll see. How is this going? Right, we've got 2 full. We've got 1 more nearly full. Left Coast Dad. I haven't checked in on them today, but he said, to this day the significance of the great charcoal kiln workers rivalry of Samstead is still heatedly debated at holiday tables and in professors' lounges around the world. If you've seen the Gangs of New York, right? When we're not looking, these guys, they all pile up in the streets and start slicing each other to pieces. Their rivalry is that strong. So the coastal team have done 152 so far this year. Let's check in on the guys by the wall. 132. Oh my god. They're letting themselves down. They had taken an early lead, but the guys by the river, they're doing a much better job this time round. Wow. Well, we will check in next time to see their progress. Love that comment. Thank you very much. Sebastian said if you click on a village's name, you can actually change it. What? You can? What? Really? No. Oh my god, you can. Sam the shit spreader. Oh my god, I had no idea you could do that. Wow, let's follow Sam and see where he goes. That's awesome. Oh, we've got to have to keep an eye on that. That's brilliant. Okay, now I didn't know. I quite like the randomly generated names, but I had no idea you could do that. Suburban Steve, fun episode, you said, and the Planker's comment. I like. But you say, how far does this game go? Are there any more level upgrades? As the impression I'm getting is that your town is built and established and surviving the seasons. What's next? It's a good point. The only thing I've really got is to exhaust every possible upgrade. That's naming the theatre. Oh no, who's got ill? Alaxar. Hang on, wasn't Alaxar? Yeah, okay. He was just mentioned. He wasn't doing very well a moment ago. But yeah, it's a good point. Really, the upgrades I've mentioned today, we've still got the fortress to do, and we could have 3 fortresses, I suppose. Have we got 50 planks yet? Oh, there we go. Speaking of, let's get this one upgraded. I probably should have upgraded the ones by the wall, because they'll be the most under attack, and I suspect we'll get a bigger sphere of influence over this side. Oh well, that'll be the next one then. As soon as we get a couple more planks, might be able to stick that there. Building attacked. Predator has been sighted. Oh, okay, don't worry. He's attacked the wrong building. We've got 2 archers up there. Krish and Rachala. Can't believe you can rename them. That's so cool. How did I never know that? Was that another bear? 2 predators sighted. They're coming in pairs now. Just stepped off Noah's Ark. But yeah, you're right, Steve. I'm probably not going to do too many more episodes of this. It's so much fun because I like interacting with you guys while I'm doing it. But unfortunately, yeah, that is going to be a problem. Thank God we've got a lot of firewood because we have an impending blizzard could become a bit of a problem, and we might lose some crops to it towards the end of the year. Oh no, crop season's done. We're good. We're good. We're good. How is food? 13. That's okay. Everybody is incredibly happy. More entertainment venues. Right. That upgrade to the theatre is probably the next one. But look how many planks and bricks I need. We're going to take a while to get the planks up there. It's a constant problem. Alexi, say you love the double gate. I've actually put double gates now, I think, on both places. You're saying if you expanded it a bit, put a barracks or tower in there. Oh, can you do that? Can you put a tower inside, in between the two gates? That's a really interesting idea. You'd have a right fine kill box. I think you're right. Well, the blizzard is coming. You had a client with the last name... Oh, because we've been talking about the people's names in this game. Look, while we are talking about it, let's bring them up. Yeah, so you had a client's surname was Fanties, or was it? I mean, or would you pronounce it Panties? And they named their daughter Pretty. Oh my God! How could you do that to your child? Durandal 980 AD, you said it's all about the cheese, so you're throwing your hat in the ring here for the pub naming with the Tricky Cheese Tavern. I like these names. I might just keep this competition going, see how imaginative you guys can get, because I've liked a lot of these. I still think, I mean, it made me chuckle. The Wakefield, the Bucket of Blood though, it's a stunning one, but I mean, because it's actually the name of a real pub that Steve here went to. But the Wakefield, I think's ironic. I quite like that. Right, we'll be soon getting into another year. Let me speed through the winter. I don't think we've got a problem here. They did use up a lot of firewood. Paolo the S. This was the reason I was very nervous about playing the game today. You said that there's a major bug. You had a huge bug, and I hate to hear this. Nearly half of your town stopped. Won't automatically repair homes. And others, there's no repair button. You lost condemned buildings, abandoned to neglect, multiple large homes and manors, 3 hunters' cabins, a pub, the apotha whatever, and parks are stuck on upgrade. It's all broken for no reason at all. I guess it's the updated version has done something weird to your game, mate. I think that's awful. I feel for you, I really do. And also, after your raiders break through the first gate, they just walk through the second one. Maybe your kill box is too small. Well, its size isn't important, I promise you. Yeah, so, I mean, in terms of upgrades and stuff, I can't do much until I get more stone. Maybe I'll... Oh no, we've lost... Charik! Oh, Charik! Charik has died. Oh, he was like a son to us. Although he was probably really old. He was a son to somebody. 4,790 gold ingots collected over the last year. My word. Tell you what, this is a model for capitalist society, this place. Please be good to me, Mrs. Trader. Damn. Nope, she hasn't got anything I want. Not the right one. Never mind. You want to buy anything? You want to buy gold ore, do you? Nah. I don't think so. Look, all her prices. I mean, she's trying to rip me off here. Everything that I would sell, she'll buy at a very low rate. No, get lost. Atka, don't insult me. Leave and come back when you've rethought your pricing structure. Cow. I've got some stone out here. Let me grab you. We might have a few more attacks over here because the bears are almost always in this location. Eagle attack? What? That's a first. Sometimes eagles attack. Oh, well, really? When they do, it's best to save a healer... to have a healer treat any wounds lest they become infected. There are eagles? That's a first. Maybe we'll get to see them. I would love to have watched that happen. Oh man. I forgot I had another poo collector over here. Villager cured. Wonderful. Sometimes eagles attack. So, Romard, the forager, I'm not surprised that you recovered quickly from your serious injuries. So Navim was wandering, unable to work, so he thought he'd hang out in the compost. Oh, here we go. They're all ready, so let me go watch Sam. Transfer. Where is he going to move it to? This is interesting. I don't know if this is interesting, but it is. We all wanted to know the answer to this question. Is when it's full. Before this patch, he just would have stopped collecting. But now, we're about to find out the answer to possibly one of the most important questions that's ever been asked. Where does he put his poo? He puts it back, he puts it exactly there. Oh, it's not the fact that all of the compost is full. It's the storage of the waste. Oh, I get you. Well, we've just had a little trip around town for no reason. There's 785 out of 3600. It's tiny, tiny writing. But there's plenty of space left in there. It's just the compost. I thought when compost fills up... Oh, I got you. Right, well, we might as well spread this stuff out. Another one ready. Wow, we've actually managed to compost all of our fields. 2 new villagers are born. Wilthrin. What great name, Wilthrin. Welcome to the village. May you be happy. I want to see you've been born into one of the posh houses. Born with a silver spoon is Wilthrin. He won't know the struggles, the hardships that his predecessors have had to face. He's born straight into a beautiful manor like this. And it really is, isn't it? Really is beautiful, apart from the rats. Don't worry about the rats. They don't have anything dangerous apart from the plague. Slowly but surely, we're getting these plazas done. Even through the winter, I think they're just finishing them off. So as the stone is being pulled out the ground, we're getting it done over here. Desirability is absolutely rocketed in the areas where I've done it, which is, well, that's what it's for, really, isn't it? That's why we did it. But it's looking really good. So I suppose if they are to upgrade houses, I would love to see it sort of develop into a, you know, once you pass the medieval age, maybe we start an industrial age. I think I mentioned that before, but I do like the idea. Somebody's just died. Somebody just got slain. Oh no. Does that mean I've lost a worker? I mean, I feel terribly sorry for that brickmaker we just lost, or possibly that forager we just lost. But that means I had to replace them. You see, it's all about the corporation now. They don't really care about their workers if they die, which just it's more of a problem for them. How dare they selfishly die on the job? Now I've got to hire somebody else. Oh right, my barracks. One of my barracks is upgradable. In fact, let's go over see. Did we get the... Oh, look at that! We have a new fortress. How did I not notice that before? That looks amazing. Absolutely beautiful. 57. That is a gorgeous looking building. Wow, really does look good in the city. I think that would be the tallest building. Maybe the trade center's just a bit taller. But I love this. Absolutely love it. Interesting to see the inner details of the structure. New merchant has arrived. Good. Hope he's brought a bucket load of stone. To Masuki. Masuki, you better have what I want. You've got nothing I want, but I'll buy some candles. I could sell you a few pieces of furniture. I mean, not for the best price in the world, but I don't care. Genius. Alright, that's it. We'll have to wait for somebody else to turn up. to make your trade worthwhile. And I think, speak of the devil, we got somebody else rolling in. Yep, they drove straight through the trade centre. Thank you. And still no more stone. Okay, well maybe we'll get a third trader roll up. If we're in luck. Oh, I think we have one coming in. Yes, the bodiless trader. Oh no, yep, no, he's got no body. Yeah, at least this one's got a head. Some of them come with bodies and no heads. At least this guy has a head and arms. It's you, isn't it? It's and a plains rider. While you were riding those planes, you didn't pick up any stones. You're no good to me, Ander, but I will buy some soap off you. Soap is expensive, man. You're selling wood as well. Oh yes, this guy likes to buy pottery. Let's get you all of that. Thank you. Should get a restock soon. Baskets, he buys them at a good rate, so yep, you can have them. And you'll buy some clothes off me as well, thank you. In fact, you're buying clothes. What are you buying them at? 16. I think one of the other guys was selling at 13. Okay, let's buy 146. That's the exact number I wanted. 146. It's going to cost us 1898. And you don't have enough money, do you? Oh, for God's sake! What a mistake to make. Oh, God. Is there anything I need to buy off him? I'll get my money back. It's not going to be enough. Oh, sorry. I'll buy it all. Give it all. We need the wood anyway. Go on then. So, what was... How many... I've forgotten how many I said. Was it 140 something? 1898. But we'll sell you it all. As much as you can afford. That's about it. Okay. We got our money back in the end. It's all good. Right, that's it, I think, for the traders. And that's probably it for the episode. A bit of a strange one. Not much happened. But we do have a brand new fort. And we can, of course, afford many more soldiers. Why wouldn't I scroll? It does scroll. Loads more soldiers if we wanted to. So something for the... Oh, God, here we go. 25 raiders. Now we're going to put our new fort... people to the test. Okay. Well, let's get this done. Where are you coming from? Okay, slow down time to give me a chance. Let me get... Got raider brawlers and thieves. They're coming in from a distance over here. That's not too bad. Alright, let me go back to my fort. Whoa. Overshot. And we want our flag... about here. This is where we expect them to arrive. But remember, we will also get them... They'll come and fly off in this other direction. Let's see what happens. Okay, speeding up time. Do your worst, raiders. Do your worst. Where are you heading? You're going to attack the people who are collecting stone. How cruel. You're not going to get anything off them, you know. Run away! Run away! In fact, I haven't told the village to barricade themselves. There we go. Alright, the guys on that side, they're getting absolutely slaughtered. This was the side I really wanted to see what would happen. See, the barracks here, this is kind of stopping them. They came in greater numbers last time. But we have got this tower out here as well now. Yeah, it's kind of putting them off. Completely putting them off. Oh, don't save the game in the middle of this! Yeah, that's it. They're running away. So the ones on this side... all deaded. It was quite a low number of raiders, actually. I'm quite surprised. Well, there we go. So we haven't really put our newer defences to great test. But there's a whole load of stuff amongst the dead. So they managed to steal a bit of meat and fish, but they dropped it again as they died in the fields. Well, I really am not sorry about it, Mr. Raider. Or Mrs. Raider. I hope you have a good hard think about what you've done. And get out of town. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. All the very best. Take care and good night.